hell no.
Hey guys, it's ERBOI, and I'm not in my car. Now I said that because if you remembered my motor mounts video, my car is currently broken and Cars and Coffee is happening, so of course we are taking the Lemon ST to Cars and Coffee. And I think that's actually a good thing because this car needs to be featured more on the channel. And I've even had a lot of you guys ask me questions on how things are going to be happening for this car as we go along. So the ultimate question for our very own Rice Man, when do you think mods are going to start coming for this car?
By the holiday season.
Because of course the one difficulty with this car over other cars is the fact that, you know, you still have to make payments on it. And even when it came to my car, for the first amount of time that I had it, I didn't really modify it that much. Because I started the channel about a couple months after I first got my car. Bicyclist versus ST. Who's gonna win? Now I'm waiting for everyone in the comments to give me shit for my voice crack because it's early in the morning. Round 2, Bicyclist versus ST. Back when I was in elementary school, and obviously before I had a car, I used to bike everywhere. Yet I still don't understand why people look at 60-mile-per-hour roads and say, that's gonna be an excellent place to ride my bicycle. Pulling up to the 7-Eleven, meeting our boy Weston. He's got some new mods. I can guarantee that when the light turns green, he's going to race you.
And my launch is not going to be very good.
Come on, Rice Man. You have to kick his ass.
Oh dear. I'm not doing anything. Oh hell no.
The radar detector started going off right before he did that. Holy shit. Let's not get any tickets today now. Yeah, this car will stick you to your seat. It's too bad that we couldn't race Weston there because obviously the coppers were already onto us. Oh, we bombing through the corners in the Focus. Oh, jeez. Holy shit. Wait your turn, Mr. Truck. Well, we're at Cars and Coffee now. So at Cars and Coffee, this is the first Z that I've seen there. This is a manual 1.9, and this is Weston's 1.9. I think I like Weston's better.
See, I feel like it's getting more rocking than it used to.
Yeah, it's probably your engine mount. This is the secret to the speed, everyone. But yeah, looking at your belts, I think the bottom right one is unbalanced. Yeah. Because it's sort of shaking a bit. The others are fine.
Replace that, put a few more $1,000. That's pretty much how it is anytime I do anything to this.
So today isn't as busy as other days, and I apologize for the wind noise, but we got a BRZ, we got a Mach 1. Ooh, RX-7.
I want one too. They're badass.
Now, if you guys really know me, you know I have a guilty pleasure for Volkswagens, and this Beetle's so badass. It's got the canards and wheels. I mean, look at that interior. This is probably the most modified new Beetle out there. Damn. Turbo S. This guy probably swapped a 911 into it. This Mark 7 is dumped. Got this Volvo P1800. I've probably shown this one before, but I just really like this car overall. CTSV. So this is stock, and then this is modified. You could say in the comments which one you like better, but obviously this one has more rice power. No, try it again. Yeah, the SC has no exhaust sound. That's gonna be fixed at some point. But yeah, guys, we are leaving Cars and Coffee because it is really cold out. There's almost no one here. And I didn't show any of the classic cars, but there were some neat cars. And of course, Weston is leaving with his bad tensioner, which you can obviously hear. Yeah, I'm not sure how you guys feel about his new exhaust, but I think it's the best his car has sounded yet. Because for like the clip in the intro, his car sounds a little bit like a Honda. Ooh. Even though we left Cars and Coffee, we're still doing gang with that nice paint match. Now in another riveting episode of Ricer Boy, we go to Office Depot so we can get printer ink. I think it's funny how we go back to our classic game store, and they've upmarked everything so much. They have Mario Kart 64 for $60. Like, everything that we bought there has appreciated about 40 to 50%, because everything they have there is ridiculously overpriced. To their credit though, they did have a good album selection. They had Damn, they had Discovery, which is a definitive Daft Punk album, but I'm too poor for vinyl, and that's just more money that goes away from my car parts fund. So one thing that I don't know if you all remembered is that whenever we did the test driving to find Rice Man's car, we took this one test loop that was actually a really good road for accelerating and testing out high-speed cornering. And that's what we're gonna do now in this car, since it's the one car that we didn't get in town.
My oil's not really warm yet.
Yeah, if everyone remembers the shopping process for this car, we also compared it to a Mazda Speed 3. Whoa. And even though the Speed 3 was a quicker car and it was more crazy, it was in really rough shape. But this thing's pretty much pristine.
70?
Oh shit. That was 70. Alright, now we got a traffic circle. This is gonna be interesting. Also gotta slow down for the bump. There we go.
Yeah, the TC was floaty as hell through that. Mazda Speed 3 was a little too loose.
Yeah, this car is so rigid that with the speed you went through that, I was like, this car doesn't feel like it's gonna do it, but it did it. Holy hell. Oh god. People, if you're looking for a fun daily driver, look no further than this. God, this thing just has so much grip and feels so planted. That's absurd. And this car isn't even uncomfortable whatsoever. The suspension is plenty forgiving. We've got the seat heaters on. I'm sitting in a leather Recaro seat. We have dual zone climate control. These are features that my dad's brand new Chevy Volt doesn't even fully have. And we're inside of an 18 grand Focus. Well, the cops are onto us. But right now we are heading to the Nissan dealership because for me to replace my oil pan, which is dented, I'm going to have to get some crush washers so that way my drain plug doesn't fall out again like it did on my first oil change I did to my car. Since my car didn't come with one and I didn't realize that it needed them. Long story there. Goals. Yeah, guys, if I had the $47K that this car cost, I would definitely consider it because it's got the black and red color scheme, got this Alcantara steering wheel, Recaro seats, and this is honestly a really cool car. Even though the Z is an old platform, I'd still go for one of these just because of the handling focus.
The key indicator thing is the same as the G35s.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt that this car is entirely based on stuff that's 10 years old or older. But regardless, when you're in the driver's seat, it feels great. See, that's why Nismo needs to come back to the line of regular Nissan cars. Because the Sentra Nismo isn't good enough.
Now, Versa Nismo.
Okay, Versa Nismo versus Fiesta ST. Nissan needs to just put the 1.6 turbo in the Versa, and then bring back the QR25 for the Sentra, and then turbo that now.
The QR25 is now the big engine.
Well, yeah, but the QR25 is an amazing engine. And screw Vizio Racer, who said it's one of the worst engines ever, because he likes Soviet engines.
Soviet engines?
Yeah, have you heard of Vizio Racer before?
No.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna roast him because he totally hated the QR25.
Nissan QR25DE. The most common problem with the QR25 engine is that its header-integrated cat will die in some time because of ECU software.
Alright, I got a bone to pick with you, man. I mean, seriously, you don't fucking understand. You just do a couple mods, you could fix that yourself. I did. Let's see where you're coming from, what sort of car you got. Oh yeah, that's right, you got a stock-ass Subaru BRZ that I can fucking chop if my car was bone stock. So you just hold the fuck up, because I can beat you in a drag race, and my engine is not shit, or one of the worst Japanese engines ever, and you can go suck a dick, so goodbye. So shout out to Bob Moore Nissan for getting me all of these crush washers for free, which will cover me for any oil changes that I'm gonna need in the future. And they also had a cool 370Z Nismo. So check out the new Sentra Nismo, pick up a nice Nissan there, because they're really cool guys. They're one of the best dealerships I've been to. And that's not even a promotion, it's just the truth. Hey guys, we got a clone! We got a clone! Tangerine scream! Now guys, for where my channel's at, I have seen and know of a lot of ghetto exhaust systems. But have you ever seen anything like that? That is the most ghetto exhaust system I have ever seen, hands down. So our man Rice has an iPhone 5S, and he's been looking at getting a phone upgrade, and he's going to switch to the wonderful world of Android that I'm currently filming this on. So we're gonna browse some phones.
Oh no. $10 for the camera.
So this is the Note 8, the other $1,000 phone, and honestly, I really dig it, coming from an S6 Edge.
I'm so glad I did an upgrade.
So right is the Rice iPhone, which is running jailbroken iOS 8, iOS 11 on the iPhone SE. Guys, I want to make videos better for you, and because of that, this has been my dream camera for a couple months now. I mean, this is a full-fledged DSLR, and compared to what I have now, this will really up the quality, so I don't know if I've already plugged my Patreon account yet, but please, just please, I really want this. And you'll thank me for it too, because phone cameras, they're alright, but that would be so cool. Yeah guys, I definitely feel bad begging for money because it's not something that I normally do, and I don't want to make you guys have to pay to watch my content. However, if you feel like you want to help improve it, definitely working towards that camera would make me really happy. So the S8 Active was approved, the Z2 Play is kind of approved, and this is the Google Pixel 2. Which reminds me, the iPhone X is of course not approved. Not approved. $1,000, too freaking expensive. So we conquered Best Buy. I think the S8 Active and the Pixel 2 were the favorites there, but Android is definitely the right way to go for someone who decided to jailbreak their iPhone and add features from the newer ones into it, like this here person.
The iPhone 10 is basically a textbook example of bad user interface design.
Then it's also the punchline to pretty much every single joke out there. I mean, the math already shows. You could get like what, 10 years of Pornhub Premium for the price of the iPhone X? But besides any of those mathematical calculations, or the fact that we just took a really weird turn into technology from a car YouTube channel, we're gonna go to the Ford dealership now. So if anyone remembers my cringy early videos, we're gonna look at some Fords now. Wow, one of the cars they have on the ramps is a Chevy. What the hell is this place? Here we got the Focus Ricer Special. It's It's a Focus, and it's probably the next goal for Riceman right here if he wants to get a true upgrade. Yeah, these are definitely cool cars, and I used to not be too much of a fan of them until I saw one in person in the blue color. And it's pretty sick, except for the turning radius, which is god-awful.
And the head gaskets.
Yeah, because the head gaskets also blow on these too, so you better watch out if you're gonna buy one of these. Gotta get that Panda fix. Shout out to Mike J for making this meal possible. Oh shit, guys, we finished our meal and we had to go see this. Look at this Altima. He's got the tire stickers. He's got the red painted exhaust tips. Definitely a really custom build right there. Does your exhaust need to be stimulated? Get Viagra exhaust today. So even though this is the most ass cup holder location made by mankind, they fit perfectly. That was really fast. Okay guys, we're just making a quick stop at Walmart. You know, since we're doing an oil change for the ST, we gotta get that Motorcraft filter. Oh yeah, goodness. And it's actually cheaper than Mobil 1, so why not, am I right? Now, of course, since I'm gonna be replacing my oil pan, that means that I need all new oil. So right here, with the other stuff that we're getting, full synthetic 5W30, high mileage, even though my engine in my car is probably only about 30,000 miles old. But it doesn't matter. Good stuff. Only the highest quality parts from Walmart, with the sportiest car ever on there. Definitely an add-on for the ST. We're playing a game of Tetris with the Focus ST. Can this sporty hatchback fit all of this cargo? Some extreme organizational action here on Ricer Boy. And there it is, folks. The practicality of the Focus ST. So we saw another clone, and then that. So we stopped at O'Reilly's to get some good old spark plugs for the ST. Looks to be the right one.
With a little Ford logo on them.
Ooh. That's OEM as fuck. Well guys, that was definitely a very interesting day. But I have to currently install my new oil pan and also work on editing that video right behind me. So as always, thanks for watching and peace out.